Answer starts coming up. I'll give few more seconds for the people to read. Okay, few more seconds. Put your answers. Don't worry if it's right or wrong. Give it a try. Same for people from YouTube or LinkedIn. Okay. So, at least I'm seeing alphabet A, alphabet C. Yeah, only two alphabets are used. So let's start discussing something on this. Maybe I will pull one of you to explain a little more on this part. Amrita, if I can pull you if you're on the mic by any
Yeah.
chance.
Yeah. Hi, Shri.
You're,
Good morning.
you're on the mic. Okay. Good
Yeah.
morning. So now we have this question. Let's go to the answer a bit later. First, can you help me? What is your thought on the question?
Yes. Yeah. So question here says like we can see from the question the key points. First, it's the smartphone manufacturing is reassessing the product development method in the response to the sharp increase in the user complaint. So there are increase in the user complaint after it went to the the production, I would say, or I would say like they are trying to assess the complaints which is now receiving after the development phase or it is already in the production kind of.
When they say user compliant, can we say it is
End
in the
user.
market? Is it in the
Yes.
market?
It could be after user acceptance. Yeah, that phase.
Could be market, huh? That's what you want to
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
So sharp increase. Okay. Okay. If I have a graph, in the graph it shows spike of errors, keep going high. Right? So
Mm.
somewhere I'm here, which is pretty high. Okay, go ahead. What is
Yeah.
the other keywords?
And the keywords are like analysis of the complaint indicates that user tried to some feature. It's not exactly the, I would say that the some feature is a key over here for me again. It
Huh.
says like it is not only the acceptance criteria, I would say, and that's trigger in my mind. It's like something else around to the development. Yes. It's saying in that way in a way that the designer did not anticipate it, means he must have not thought about it what will have the regression impact on it, or something like he assumed like it will be like this only, something like that.
Okay.
And
So they're saying the use of some feature. So someone is trying on the right
mhm,
hand, they're using right hand use.
hmm,
That is how we designed it. Our design is for right hand users. Just an example.
hmm,
However, people are using left-handed people also here.
hmm.
Can I give this kind of example?
Yes, yes,
So
possibly.
I have made a design for right-handed people, but in the market I'm seeing right-handed plus left-handed both are using.
Yes, yeah. I
Can
thought
I?
like there is some feature example, there is a software page and you have to first click on this page and go to that page, but I
Ah,
went on to the third page and then I wanted to go to
ah,
the first page,
okay,
something like
okay,
that.
okay. That's also possible, right? You have
Yeah,
one
yeah,
page from here. I thought to go to other, but people
yeah.
can come directly to the second page. That's also possible.
Yes, yes, yeah,
Very good,
yeah,
very good. So that's a different anticipation. Nice. Given these kind of findings, which agile practice would most likely prevent? They want to prevent the problem, not
yeah.
to cure right now. The problem has happened. So
Hmm.
they're asking when they use the word prevent. I think that for future. Can I say like that?
Yes, they're
Something
trying
for
to
the
prevent it.
future. Okay, prevention they want. They don't want to cure. Cure is different case. You will use
Yes.
a fishbone diagram. You will use some more technical analysis to see how to cure it. But it's not a cure, it's about prevention.
Hmm.
Okay, what was your choice?
So my choice was behavior driven. Okay, so here we
Ah,
try to test the developer try to test. I mean, we focus on the how the behavior of the application will be there. I mean, how it will react over there with
hmm,
the new and developed features.
hmm,
In this case, like prototyping will be one of the choice. Like prepare it and then have one level of screening of it.
hmm.
So yeah,
Okay,
so because
okay,
acceptance must have been done when we say it's
okay,
like definition
okay,
of done is done, so
okay.
some testing
I
is
see
not.
a point. Do you have some thoughts on why others are eliminated? If you want to share something.
A Kanban model is ongoing thing. It is already in the production, and
Mm,
putting it on the Kanban model will have the definition of ready and definition of done.
mm,
But the behavioral kind of thing we will be able to put it on. That is again tricky. So yeah,
Okay. You want to see from customers' behavior perspective and then develop it.
yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thanks, Amurta. A lot of information there. So let me go to Balaji. Balaji, I see your name at the top. So I'm just pulling you. If you are the mic, yeah.
Yeah, hi
You are
Shri.
the mic. Okay, very good. Nice,
So,
Balaji. So I know we noted down some words here. You see any other words we missed to notice in this question?
okay, user complaints, which I think, and
You.
it's a response to the user complaint. It's a response.
Ah,
They are not doing any reassessment on their own. They have responded to the complaints, and during the analysis, they found
mm,
there is nothing wrong. Maybe so usage is different, which was not anticipated.
okay. Which was, is this happening first of all in the market, this kind of scenario?
Mm,
Which
not
means
thought of.
have you seen any product like this in the market? It's given as a
Yes.
smartphone here, but anything in your life you've seen, when people really use it, they find it is not comfortable for them. Have you seen like that?
Driving and all, it's
Possible,
common.
right? But even in any public projects, if you go to any big railway station or airport, they would have thought a design, people will enter on east facing. But most of the people come from west facing and they struggle to enter the hall. Or there is a gate, the gate is accommodatable only for people to go. They cannot take a big bag inside the railway station. Have you seen this kind of problems?
Yes, it's the most common.
Common, right? Which means someone has not understood what people want. Can I say like that?
Right.
Right? It's very common, right? Other day I was watching one of the video, I don't know where. It's a big railway station somewhere in India. There was a entry gate and it's a circular gate. People has to circle and go inside. It's a good intention they brought it, but the circular gate as a very small, they can't take the bags inside. If somebody comes to the railway station, can I have a basic imagination? Someone will come with a bag.
Bags. Hmm.
You'll be like, what the hell, man? Where you guys are coming from, the designers, right? You'll be like, oh man, are you guys really having a piece of brain? But it is easy to comment. But the designing board, when they sit and design it, I don't know what was running in their brain. Okay, so let's stop there on the story, what I said. Now, what was your thought? Which answer your brain is going on? What do you think about it?
I have selected acceptance test driven, but I'm
Okay.
thinking how
Ah,
we can prevent a mobile device before releasing into market. We cannot prevent. So because
okay.
how they are going to use, how we will come to as a company, how I will come to know
Ah,
that how the people are going to use. Because
okay.
in the mobile environment, mobile things, generally
Mm,
we don't release, we just release the product. After
yes,
that only we will come to know the complaints and all. So
true.
I think prevention is little bit tricky.
Okay, okay. Well, that's a good remark you're bringing up. Which industry you are, Balaji?
I'm into aerospace manufacturing,
Aerospace. Aerospace, which means you are
aero
into
engines, passenger
engineering.
aircraft engines.
God, man, you are a big money guy, isn't it? Okay,
Yes.
okay. So coming back here, it says that I like your remark. Your remark is, how can I prevent it, Shri? Of course, this issue has happened, right? You can't you can't go and do this. But in the future, how are you going to prevent this problem not to happen? But your thought process is good. How can I make people to use it and give a feedback? But now I'll challenge you something. Have you heard this term called MVP?
Head.
Okay, it's something called, maybe I'll ask someone else. Is anyone aware of MVP?
Yeah. Minimum
Minimal viable
viable
product.
product.
Very good, minimum viable product. But in the whole world, why this is getting popular off late? Why we need it?
Get the quick customer feedback
Okay,
on the first stage of.
primarily you test the water. Have you heard about testing water?
Yes.
If it's a deep river, before I'm crossing, I'll put one of my leg to see how deep it is, or put a stick to see how depth it will go. Then it'll cross. I'll check the current in the water, which means I'm checking the current in the water. And after current in the water, what I do is I'll do something called incremental approach. I'm sure you heard about it, right? Incremental approach, which means I'll give one feature and I'll make the people to use it. Then I'll add something more. Then I'll add something more. As I said, there's a gate entry which I saw in a big railway station somewhere in India. When they put the gate, I don't think you can do piece by piece here, right? You will question back, come on, man, how can I do piece by piece? You cannot do that. Now we are in between two answers now. I heard acceptance test driven development. I heard behavior driven, but I also heard a question from Balaji. How can we prevent it, man? See, anyway, the product will go to the customer in the hand and they're going to use it. When they use it, how can I? Definitely hardware related, it's really, really crazy to fix for you because hardware is made and goes to the hand of the customer. But I'm talking about some features in the product. Let me assume it as a software. Can I assume like that? Maybe. If I keep an assumption like a software, I think still you have an option. Still you have an option to make it incremental. Is it possible?
Yes.
Something is possible. Okay, now let's come back. I'll see if anyone answer. Okay, Alexander goes with the B. Oh, sorry, I erased all the stuff. So A, I heard B, C. Let's go to Alexander. Alexander, why you thought B is a good answer?
For me, smoke testing, in my understanding, is exactly to test with customers if product is good enough to work with it. Meaning
Okay.
you can share design, you can share the functionality to bring an understanding. And by reaching customers through the smoke testing, you can get a lot of values from it. And then you easily know that you have to rework on it or you can start to initiate.
Okay, so let's talk about a smoke test. Smoke test is as simple, right? I give a smoke here, the smoke comes out, which means there is no hole in this pipe. Is it a smoke test? Very simple. Yeah, a smoke test is
Yes.
I give a smoke at one end. I will see the smoke is coming out. If there is a hole, it will start leaking, isn't it? I don't want any leakage of that. That's why called smoke testing. But now, in my company, I made a design. Like, sorry, who said that? Amrita was saying that. We made a design. Design is people will come from one particular page. This is a page A, and then people go to page B. Okay, this is what the expectation. But actually, people are not coming to this A. They're straight away going to B. How can I catch that in a smoke test? Because in a smoke test, you're testing, is my system working properly? The answer is yes, working. You will launch to the market. But the question is about the design. The designer is going wrong. The design wrong, I really doubt if we can capture the smoke test. Smoke test is to check is system working properly. Are you with me?
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Fully understand. Yes.
Yeah, smoke test is basically, or in my home, I will have a pipe water leakage test. I will leave the water in this and I'll check water is coming out. But it is not about coming in, going out. It's about some other design, something someone want to do here, which is not at all thought, which means I will say my thought system is different. Can I say like that? My thought is not active. Now, it's not about system working or not. System is working, but it is not. It is we never thought that a dimension. Can I put it that way? We didn't think on that dimension itself. I see some places in Asia. If you go to public places, there won't be a place for physically challenged people. A person who is challenged comes with a wheelchair, they cannot get inside, which means someone never thought on that dimension itself. People are thinking that everyone is Usain Bolt will jump on the railway station. Not everyone is Usain Bolt, right? Everyone will have a weakness. One day I will also get injured. I know need to be challenged guy, but I got injured. But I have to come in a wheelchair. How I will enter the airport? How I will enter the station? How I will go to toilet? And that angle itself is not there. It's not about it's working or not. First of all, my brain is not thinking that way. Now there is an agile concept. In this agile concept, you can think on that direction. And that answer is here. Wow, really? So which one? Now if I give a choice, second choice to you, which alphabet you will go now?
For me, it's A.
Still A. Okay, great. Good to know. Good to know that, but I'll bring the answer now. The answer goes towards C. First, there is, sorry to say, there is no concept called acceptance test driven development. There is something called TD. This exists. This exists, but this is a made up word.
Mm.
Made up word. Purposefully to confuse you guys, made up word. And this is a testing methodology, so it's not a agile practice. Agile practice. And Kanban model, rightly somebody said, I think Amrita said, is a flow based. So the answer goes to C. This is what today I'm going to explain. Some of you may not heard about it, so I'm going to explain to you. How many of you aware there is something called behavior driven development? Have anyone used or aware of it already?
No.
No.
Just
Okay.
learned. Yeah, right.
Just learn. Just learn. Okay.
And
Then
not just means before.
okay, let's learn together. Okay. Behavior driven development is a extension of test driven development whereby automated test and simulation are created before developing the product. Someone thinks from the direction before the product gets developed. Flaws are discovered by the forcing the test fail before producing. I'll explain this more detail. I go a little more detail into this. I'll take time to explain it. First, take a look of this umbrella. I believe you are all aware there is something called Agile umbrella. Agile umbrella came in the year 2000. Which year?
2001.
1.
February. In our classes, we learned there is something called flow production. From where we got flow production? Ford. Then we have something called TPS. TPS stands for
Total productivity maintain.
Toyota Production System, TPS. Right? Part of that only we have something called lean management. From here only we got it. This is in the year 1913 and this is in the year 1945 or 47 timeline. And this happened in 2000. I'm just showing the history for you from where we got all this stuff. Now, why I put this umbrella here is there are many methods available in Agile. Okay, let's not go too much into that. But some of you may not heard feature driven development, test driven development. Okay. Both are brothers and sisters or close people. Okay, they are both connected. We will learn TDD another day. I'll explain you, but get an idea. TDD is
Before code.
before you develop something, first you develop test. You may be wondering, what? You don't have a real implementation. I'm sorry.
Called dry test.
Repeat again.
Dry test. Normally we
Dry
say
test.
a dry
Okay.
test.
Dry test. Okay, very good.
Test.
So the implementation is not there, but you will run the test. Will it work? On the first attempt, will it work?
Dry test will work.
You don't have anything. You don't have a WhatsApp basic feature, but you try that feature to test it. You'll feel, man, how it will work? Yeah, it will fail. I know it will fail. They want you to fail. But what they want here is you want to first think from the testing perspective and then do the implementation perspective. We will learn this in a different class. I'll explain it properly. This is more of a depth of agile people. But part of the test-driven development, there is a concept emerged that's called feature-driven development. Feature. Let's go by digital product. If you have a banking system, your login is a feature. Your bank account statement checking is a feature, right? Money transfer is a feature. Can I say like that? Money transfer is a feature. Yeah. So log in, log out, money transfer, these all features are there. Now, what Agile is recommending is if you're not very clear about the market or you're not sure all your features are usable, they say that let's give attention to feature and go feature driven development so that you will capture the problem early in the system rather later. But how does it work? Let's go and see how it works. Take a moment. First, let's read the concepts clearly. Now, feature-driven development is more of agile umbrella. Client-valued features. Definitely, client is the one who prioritize the feature. I believe within our classes you would have learned there is something called backlog. In the backlog, we have a bunch of items. In these items, we have high priority, low priority. This we are very clear, right? Now, in feature-driven development, features Organize development around features, small, well-defined pieces of functionality that are meaningful to the end user so that they choose this as a high priority. Display user profile, some examples are here, okay? Now, let's see the 5-step process in FDD. You can see the 5 steps here, right? Develop an overall model. Build a feature list. If I have a AI based loan processing, I will develop a overall model for it. Then I'll create a bucket. In the bucket, I will put all the features one by one, one by one, one by one. Now plan by feature, which means I'll pick up one feature. Let's say login is a feature. I will take this feature, design this feature, build by feature. Now what will happen here is I'm giving my core attention to one feature, maybe a couple of features at a time. Focus on delivering what the client actually values. Work well for large teams and complex systems. Combine modeling and planning with iterative delivery. For this feature, if I divide into 5 or 10 pieces, each piece will go in one delivery. Now, what is happening here is in the class somewhere you learned iterative and incremental approach. The beautiful thing of iterative and incremental approach is one way. The way is called feedback collection. Do anyone remember feedback? In Agile, if one thing is important is that's called feedback. This feedback comes from who? Question to you.
User.
Product
And use
From the
users,
customer. From the customer.
product
User.
users, customers.
User, right? Someone using it. So if I have a Samsung phone, a foldable Samsung phone, in the folding area, the Samsung foldable phone, in the folding area, I have some icons popping up. Will it work or not? I'm not sure. Why I'm taking this example is a couple of days back, I met a woman for some other business process. She was having a foldable phone. I asked how the phone works. I think she's very happy about her phone. She started talking for 15-20 minutes about the phone. It's a different story. But she was explaining the phone, how it works. What she did is she opened the phone and showed me, Shri, look at here. The phone I opened, a foldable phone. I don't remember which brand it is. She opened the phone. And then within few seconds, the folded area got super flat. Initially, it was not flat. Little shrink was there. Slowly, it got full flat. And she said that even in the folded area, there are some icons. If I touch it, it still is working. And she was very happy about the technology. I'm just poking that concept, okay? If I take a feature, it should work in this place. I will not assume something on my own, I develop it. I will give a small feature to the market to see how people are using it. When they use it, I'll get some feedback. I will work to correct it. But can I fix the hardware? That's out of syllabus. You can't fix the hardware, it's delivered to the customer. Can I do something on the digital side? I would say it's possible, isn't it? I can change something. I can make upgradation. Other day I was reading about a Samsung earbuds. You know about earbuds, right? The earbuds had a lot of problem. It's very expensive earbuds. I don't know, the price is pretty expensive. And Samsung has promised to fix a lot of bug, but they cannot go and fix the hardware. But they can fix the software. They're fixing many versions in the earbuds. At the same time, Samsung also said that we are going to stop the manufacturing of certain batch. We're going to fix the hardware also and release it. So point here is, if you want to survive in the market, certain features to be changed, yes, you have to do for it. You cannot be in the market. Message coming back here is, in the feature driven development, you give attention to the feature which the customers are needed, sit and talk to them and give them that facility and get the feedback from them, make a correction out of it. Of course, it's more of a focus oriented feature development. In this concept, if you work, the question paper says that, okay, there are high chances you can eliminate or prevent the risk. Now, let me put a little more for you. Let's take a use case now. There is a use case. A financial institution want to launch a mobile banking. I'm sure you all aware of mobile banking. So first you have a view account balance, transfer funds, pay bill, set saving, you do all the stuff. Why FDD fits here? The app can be broken down into client valued features. First thing is I want to display current account balance. Now make each feature in a smaller size and then you will well define it. This is the main area. Define it. Now FDD structured approach ensures that even a large distributed team can work. You can split the feature into different teams. My team work on one feature, another team work on another feature. I can bring and integrate it, which means I have a focused group who will give attention to that piece, well define it, understand from customer's perspective and improve the product. Now, what is happening here is you closely align with the business priorities so that you don't miss the features. Shri, is it 100% proof? Answer is purely on your team members. You can pick up FDD, but if your team don't define the work properly, again we'll end up in the same place where we were. However, this ideology, these concepts can filter it so that you focus on the feature, talk to your customer. By this, what you do? By this, what you do? You prevent the problem. Now, how many of you feel that this is already happening in your company? Today we call this FDD. By any chance, you feel this is already happening in your place? One of you?
Yes. Yeah. Not exactly to different teams, but yeah, we try to give.
Maybe, right? Maybe you have the things happening around you, but we may not call it as a feature driven. Now let's read the question. A smartphone manufacturer, let's call Samsung, LG, is reassessing. Look at here. Reassessing. Why they are reassessing? It's a product development methods. They're looking at, I don't know how many of you read the word carefully. I'm coming back to the question again. They are reassessing. Okay, that's a key there. It's a product development methods in response to they are looking at, am I developing in the right way? That's a question they're asking themselves. Sharp increase in user complaints. Analysis of the complaint indicates that users are try to use some features in way that designers did not anticipate, which means the customer and the team is not closely connected. There is a lot of gap. It's also called as a gulf of evaluation. Have you heard these words somewhere in the book? Gulf of evaluation, which means much of gap on what we think, what actually being developed. Given these findings, which agile practice would most likely prevent the problem? Because they are what they are doing. They are reassessing. They're asking you, you are the expert in the company now. You are PMP certified. You are agile practitioner. You are in the company. They're coming to a table. They're asking you, hey, Shri, I know you're a PMP certified guy. We are reassessing. Can you give me an idea what we can do? I will tell guys, go on test driven development. Guys, you can go on behavior driven development. Guys, you can go Scrum methodology. You can go extreme programming. I'll give different ideas. But they will question me, Shri, tell me something very convenient so that I can give more attention specific to the customer need. Then I will tell, look like behavior driven is good because I want to see your customer behavior. As they use, we'll upgrade accordingly. We will change the course, correct the behavior of the product, not the people. People will keep having the behavior, but my product behavior will change according to the people behavior. If I say that, they feel, oh, maybe it looks good. Why not test driven? Yeah, you can try it, but I will say start from here. It's a good idea. Or let's combine these also if you want. But message here is you are being an expert. You will give an opinion, thought process, some facts. From there, your customer can decide. You got that? All right.